Montana Dirt Roads. This is the Yellowstone train wreck next to Columbus and Reed Point. We're about 50 miles from Billings. So what you're seeing here is where the train cars are. There should be a pier right there, and I'm not seeing it. Word on the wire is the Slutton Construction Company that's currently in Billings putting together the I-90 bridge is going to speed up their erection process and have it all erected by Friday at the earliest, and have their crane tore down and shipped over here, re-erected, so they can assist with this disaster. I believe they have the only crane in the area that is able to go into the river and pick the amount of weight that is required to clean this mess up. You got 2/3 of the bridge in the river plus multiple cars. I believe there's 4 cars currently in the river. Also, I heard that a local steel shop in the Billings area is going to be assisting with this, as far as they're going to be assisting with the shipment of steel, prefabricated parts, due to them having a siding to the main line. So they can just rail all the stuff right out from the shop to here and not have to worry about trucks, because they would have to back a loaded semi all the way down this road or try to get it turned around in all that river gravel, and that's not going to happen. This field is incredibly soft right now because we've been getting so much rain. I believe the contributing factor to this was the pier that was supporting the bridge gave way as the locomotives passed over it, and it was just a cascade failure as the train was crossing. Combination of the extended high waters that we've had this year on top of the brutal flood that we had the year before, I believe that was the final straw that had killed this bridge, more or less. This bridge was built during the Northern Pacific era, and the trains are a hell of a lot heavier now than they were then. And the trains are a lot longer, the cars are heavier, loads are heavier, so they've been taxing this bridge. I've heard from ex-MRL employees that when they go across this bridge, it tends to rock a bit left and right. So she was a bit shaky as it was 10 years ago. I also heard that BNSF had slated this for deconstruction. They were going to rebuild a new, tear it down and build a new one anyways. But it looks like the Yellowstone River has had other plans and decided to speed that up a bit. We have a large assortment of recovery here. Let's try to get you guys turned around. There is an immense amount of people here to sorry if I'm making you guys sick. We got like all the emergency response units and trailers down there. Oop. Sorry for the road noise. You got the interstate like right behind me. But yeah, there's definitely a pier missing off of this bridge here. I don't know where it went. It's in the river somewhere. I've been told that there's going to be an investigation on this, which I hope so, that there is. And I also heard that the reason why they're doing that is because they think the bridge collapsed the opposite direction of travel to the train. Well, looking to the right of the guys in the orange sweaters, you can see part of the bridge into in those cars there. I believe that it was a cascade failure, and it broke at the pier, and the trains just dropped and drove into the bridge as it was falling. That's my thought. You take the main support out of a riveted bridge, you can only hold the weight for so long before it just hits the water. But she's definitely there's a lot of mangled steel down there. This is about the best I can get for zoom. I'm about a little more than a quarter mile away. But yeah, I believe as they were going westbound, that is the east side of the river. As they were going westbound, it collapsed right there where you can see the bridge going into the water. I believe it collapsed right there, and it just everything just piled up against the west side of the bridge. That's right there. That's my honest God belief. But this is downstream of Yellowstone, so there's no concern of this going into the park. The river comes from Yellowstone, not going to Yellowstone. It comes from Yellowstone. And as far as what's spilling into the river so far, the only thing that's come up are tar balls full of river gravel. And the river is currently starting to recede from all the rain that we had. This is still pretty high. So a lot of what's probably been leaked into the river will end up on shore. This is the stuff they put on asphalt for, covering up cracks and stuff in the road. It's not the worst thing that can be in the river. It's still bad, but it's not the worst thing that can be in the river. So the cars that are on the bridge right there, and that one I suppose have the worst stuff in it. I can't remember what they called it. It was like a sulfur methyl or whatever the hell. Not what you want in the river. So this is about the best case scenario as far as a derailment and bridge collapse. But I do believe they are going to try to construct a temporary bridge. I don't know how they're going to do that. I don't know if they're going to utilize that portion, remove that and that. I don't know if they're going to remove the two down sections and just try to build a temporary bridge off of what's left. I am unsure on that. But this is the main line. Right now they're having to divert everything up through Great Falls, and then I think they're going to reactivate an inactive line that went from Great Falls to Helena to get back down to this main line to keep traffic flowing. Watching, and if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. Comment what your opinion is on the matter, and if you think that my predictions on what's going to happen happens, then or you disagree, let me know in the comments. Either way, I really appreciate it, as it helps the YouTube and me know that I'm doing my job right, or what I need to change to do my job.